What's up, guys? It's a moment for me to the meatless, and today I'm going to talk about how I get enough protein on a raw vegan diet. This is a question that I actually get asked a lot. This question or questions like pertaining to the same kind of thing. It's between this and losing body fat. Those are the things I get all the time. So I want to get into it, guys. Um, the first thing that I have to say in regards to this is that you don't need as much protein as they tell you need. That's the first thing I have to say. You think you need a gram of protein per pound of body weight? You don't need that. I got that for years, and then I've been without that for years, and I've been not even close to that now for a long time. So you don't need that. Okay, so that's number one. The second thing I will say is this is on a raw diet. I'm speaking from a raw perspective. If you're eating cooked food, maybe you do need that much because maybe the protein quality is not going to be absorbed the same and so on and so forth. So I can't speak. I can speak on this. If you're eating cooked food, I know that at zero point 0.6 grams per pound of body weight, you build muscle at that because I know people that build really impressive, competitive physiques on zero point 0.6 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Can you do it on less than that? Maybe. I don't know. But I know on raw, you can do it, you know, with the least I've gotten, I don't know, it's a little bit, right? So maybe let's say like 80 grams, and I'm a heavy guy, so well over 200 pounds. So you don't need nearly as much as they tell you. So that's the first thing I have to say. So next, the way that I do get protein, you know, it depends, right? It depends on the time that you're asking me. So if I'm making sure a little bit more sure to get a little more protein, then what I'll do is I'll have protein powder. I'll add protein powder because that is the most convenient way to do it. But there are other options. If you don't want to do protein powder, you have fava beans. Fava beans you can eat raw. You can put some olive oil. You can put some uh, salt, pepper, garlic, onion, and it's delicious, right? Fava beans. They have a ton of protein in a small amount. So that's a good option. Okay. A lot of people don't know about that one. Hemp seeds, and I learned about that one from Marcus Rothkrantz from the Healthy Life. So shout out to him. Um, uh, hemp seeds, 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds. That's a tiny little bit. It's got 10 grams of protein. You can easily. I've had up to 15 tablespoons a day of hemp seeds myself. I don't do that regularly. That's not what I do right now, but I've done that. Right, I've done 15 tablespoons of hemp seeds a day. And I just turned it into like a meat sauce type thing. And it was simple, not a whole lot of volume. Um, and I did that for a long time. Um, so, so hemp seeds, you got protein powder, you got fava beans, you got pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are close behind hemp seeds. They have 9 grams of protein uh, per quarter cup, which is basically 3 tablespoons. So pumpkin seeds as well. That's a good option as well. And um, the thing why I'm not mentioning like nuts is because nuts, if you try to eat too many nuts, sometimes it can slow you down. You know, give you not as much energy. So that can be a problem. So we're going to stick with those sources, but another overlooked source is greens. Okay, so eating greens, dark leafy greens, a pound of those, you're getting around 20 grams of protein. So that's another great option, right? And remember, keep in mind, all these proteins are raw. So uh, um, you're going to absorb more of that protein, and it's also going to be much better for you because it's raw, because it's living. It's going to be much more easily digestible. It's going to be more bioavailable, meaning you're going to absorb more of that protein. So that is basically, in a nutshell, how I get enough protein. There are other options depending on what a person wants to do, but those would be the main options. And if you kind of utilize those, you're pretty much covered. You know what I mean? And as far as protein powders go, there are quite a few raw vegan options for protein powder. But I want to say again, just to emphasize, you don't need as much protein as you think you do. You don't you don't need as much protein as they tell you. So you do need enough calories. You do have to have enough calories. If you're already lean, like a lot of raw vegans are, and you're trying to put on muscle and you're working out and you're not putting on muscle, you're not eating enough. It's just that simple. So I live by two mantras, and one of those is there's no such thing as overtraining. There's just undereating. Okay, so I know a lot of people say, "Oh, you can overtrain and you can overtrain." I mean, you can. It's possible, but it's hard to do. It's hard to do. It's not as easy as a lot of people think. Um, you can really, really do a lot and recover from it if you eat enough food and you sleep. You get your sleep. You can do an incredible amount, and to really overtrain, like you really have to punish your body over and over and over. So if you're not growing, you're not eating enough. 9 times out of 10. So, and then other than that, there's the workout portion. This video is not about training. If you guys want to know more about what I have to say about training and what I think is the best way to build muscle with training, then let me know down below. I can definitely go into that. But yeah, guys. So your raw vegan protein sources, to recap, will be your protein powders, your fava beans. Okay, excellent. Hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, dark leafy greens. There are other things with protein. Fruit has protein a little bit. Some fruit has more protein than others. Avocados have protein. Everything has some protein in it. So nothing has no protein. So everything we eat has some protein. But those things I said are ways to get more protein in with less volume, because you can only eat so much in a day. So if you want to get more protein than the average, you have to kind of prioritize it a little bit. But you don't want to go crazy with it. There's no reason to overdo it. So just get what you need. Start on the low end and train properly, train effectively, progress from week to week, and then you can see over time, over a period of 6 weeks or so, am I growing? And if you're not, then you can try, let me add 20 more grams of protein and then see. But don't go to the protein first and think, well, I got to get XYZ protein because it's the only way I'm going to build muscle. It's not true. It's not true at all. And eating too much protein it's a waste of time. It's a waste of digestion. You could be prioritizing foods that are high in micronutrients instead. You could be prioritizing more fruits, right? Which could give you fruits so easy to digest. It's so easy for your body to digest that. So there's so many options, guys, but this is how you get enough protein, how I get enough protein, how you can get enough protein on a raw vegan diet, guys. I'm going to leave a link down below. If you guys want to have a free 30-minute call with me, and we can go over some basics. You can tell me what you're trying to accomplish on a raw or high raw vegan diet. Even if you're not high raw or anything like that, then we can still talk. I can definitely still help you, and we'll go over that, and I'll give you some things that you can implement, right? And then from there, you can let me know if it's something that you want to do. I can help you to implement things. I do offer one-on-one coaching, and I'm a NASM certified trainer, guys. I've been NASM certified since 2009. For those that don't know, but that's it. I'm out. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.